I'm Jen Schrader, and this is Behind the Springs, conversations with the people working for you in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Thank you so much for joining us today to listen to or watch this episode. This one's going to be a little longer than usual because we're going to take some time to feature the mayor's 2025 State of the City address. So the mayor is required by city charter every year to address everyone about the state of the city. And he did that this year on Thursday, September 25th. So our speech was broadcast live on our government access TV station called Springs TV, found on Comcast Channel 18. And it was also available live on coloradosprings.gov and on our social media channels like Facebook and X. However, it did take place on a busy weekday morning, so we know that you may not have had time to catch it or to hear it. So that's why we're sharing it here, so you can hear straight from Mayor Yemi about his view of our city government's accomplishments and some of the challenges that lie ahead facing our community and how he plans to tackle those. So he's called this his halftime report as he is in the middle of his term. Before the speech begins, I really want to thank our loyal listeners out there for taking the time to join us and to be involved in city government. And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. And please subscribe if you can and enjoy hearing from our great city employees. They're just doing amazing work every day here in Colorado Springs. Enjoy the speech.
Today's State of the City is a halftime report, an honest look at what my team and I have delivered on your behalf and how we plan to meet the challenges ahead. For the past 15 years, Colorado Springs has enjoyed steady revenue growth. But since 2023, that growth has flattened. Like families and businesses across the country, we are facing economic headwinds. From day one of my administration, fiscal stewardship has been a top priority, not just because of necessity, but because it's our responsibility to be good stewards of limited public resources. And despite these challenges, I am so proud of what we have accomplished together in each of our 5 strategic priority areas of public safety, infrastructure, housing and homelessness, economic vitality, and community activation. Let's begin with the most essential function of government and the cornerstone of my mayoral legacy, public safety. Public safety is and will remain a top priority for my administration, and it is clear our residents feel the same way. A recent poll revealed that more than 60% of Colorado Springs residents want to see both increased police presence and additional investment in public safety. But here's the truth. A safe city is the foundation for everything else. It is the bedrock of economic prosperity, cultural vibrancy, and quality of life. Simply put, a safe city is a great city, and a great city is a safe city. When it comes to making Colorado Springs one of the safest cities in the nation, the good news is that we are making real progress. Since I took office in June 2023, we have hired more than 250 police officers, a historic milestone. For the first time in our city's history, the police department crossed more than 800 officers on the force, and we are moving forward to our full strength of 839 officers. But why does that matter? Because more officers mean faster response time, safer streets, safer neighborhoods. And for the first time since 2019, we are on track to nearing full staffing before the end of my first term. And let me be clear, even at 839 officers, we're still operating lean compared to most cities. Another major win is our 911 call center, the women and men that serve as the critical first point of contact during emergencies. When I took office, we faced significant staffing shortages and call response time delay. Today, I am proud to report that our 911 comm center is at its highest staffing levels since 2018. Being fully staffed means calls are answered more quickly, responses come faster, and our residents have confidence that whenever they need help, someone will always be there. Another way we are expanding our capacity to keep our community safe is by harnessing the power of technology. Our real-time crime center serves as the mission control for public safety, integrating real-time traffic and business camera feeds with advanced intelligence tools. This gives our officers on the ground the information they need to make smarter, faster, and safer decisions. We're also pioneering innovation through our drone as a first responder program. These drones can reach a scene in just 2 minutes. In high-stakes situations, those extra minutes and eyes can mean the difference between escalation and resolution, saving lives, improving safety, and freeing our officers to respond to more urgent calls. We're also leveraging technology to crack down on one of the concerns that we hear most from residents: reckless driving. Whether it's street racing, speeding through school zones, or running red lights, dangerous driving behavior on our roads will not be tolerated. Our photo radar enforcement programs, including photo red light cameras and photo speed safety cameras, help change driving behavior and make our streets safer. Today, 20 intersections across Colorado Springs are equipped with red light cameras to hold dangerous drivers accountable. Furthermore, enforcement is up, and we are zeroing in on repeat and prolific offenders. The proof is in the results. We have issued more than 132,000 citations for red light violations. Overall, ticketing is up 29%, including a 213% increase in school zones since I took office. Because nothing matters more than keeping our kids safe. Property crime as a whole is down 16%, with motor vehicle theft down 41%, and vehicle break-ins down 32%. We're also seeing other encouraging trends in violent crime. Homicides are down by 20%, and murders have dropped by nearly 30%. And we are responding faster. And here is the good news. Priority 1 call response times have improved from 15 minutes to 11 minutes, and 30% more calls to 911 are now answered within 20 seconds or less. Friends, these are more than just numbers on a page. This is peace of mind. This is what real progress looks like, and we are just getting started. And while our police officers work tirelessly to keep our neighborhoods safe, our firefighters stand ready in moments of crisis, protecting lives and property with courage, innovation, and resilience. Under the leadership of International Fire Chief of the Year, Randy Royal, more than 500 firefighters serve our community from 24 stations across the city. And as of yesterday, that family grew. We cut the ribbon on our newest fire station, Station 24. Station 24 is at New Life Drive and Interquest Parkway. It's now open and ready to serve you. But this new station is more than a building. It is a promise that as our city grows, we will keep pace, especially on the rapidly expanding north side. A promise that we are working towards arriving at emergencies within 8 minutes or less, 90% of the time. And as our downtown continues to grow, we are ready. Our brand new area tower truck ensures that we can respond quickly to high-rise structure fires and navigate the most complex area terrain, keeping our businesses and our residents and visitors safe. Because in every emergency, whether it's a fire call, a medical call, or natural disaster, every minute saved means lives saved and property saved. And since every minute can mean the difference between life and death, we're also innovating on how we respond. Colorado Springs is proud to be the first city in the state to pioneer a whole blood program, bringing life-saving blood transfusion directly to people in critical emergencies. The results speak volumes. More than 80 lives saved, which is a 70% survival rate. Among those lives are baby Rosie and her mom Chelsea, both whom received life-saving transfusions on the same day. You see, their story is a reminder that behind every statistic is a face, a family, and a future. When we talk about public safety, the scale of the fire department's work is immense. This year alone, our firefighters have responded to 531 structure fires, 99 grassland and wildland fires, and 618 fires in homeless encampments. In every case, they acted swiftly and decisively to save lives, preventing devastation, and to stop the next Wilder Canyon fire or Black Forest fire before it could begin. Our wildfire prevention efforts are just as critical to the safety and resilience of our city. In the past year, we have treated nearly 1,900 acres to reduce wildfire risk. And thousands of residents, thousands of you stepped up as partners in this effort, with more than 3,400 homes participating in our neighborhood chipping program. And we are leveraging artificial intelligence to strengthen wildfire evacuation planning and improve response times. This keeps families and homes and neighborhoods safer in the face of growing wildfire risk. Together, these efforts are making Colorado Springs safer and stronger. To every firefighter, paramedic, dispatcher, and police officer, thank you for your service and for your sacrifice. You are guardians of our community, and our community is grateful. Thank you. I'm looking over there because my police chief and fire chief are sitting there. Friends, no one embodies these values more than Sergeant Olaf Cheney, a U.S. Army veteran. Sergeant Cheney has devoted 35 years to protecting Colorado Springs. He leads the police department's homeless outreach team, a specialized patrol that balances enforcement with compassion, improving the health, safety, and the wellness of our entire city. Their mission is about more than enforcing the law. It is also about offering both hope and help. I once ran into members of his team and I asked them to describe their work. You know what they said? We're 50% social workers and we're 50% law enforcement officers. That spirit is the direct reflection of Sergeant Cheney's leadership. His service extends well beyond patrol. He's been a mentor to younger officers, a member and a leader of the honor guards, including today, and even dressed as Santa Claus for Toys for Tots. Here's the thing, his legacy is not just his individual career, but also his family. His oldest daughter, oldest son, and son-in-law are all law enforcement officers in our community. Sergeant Cheney, on behalf of a grateful city, thank you for your decades of service your leadership and your heart and your example. And as you transition into your well-earned retirement, we wish you rest, joy, fulfillment in this next chapter of life. Our community owes you a debt of gratitude, and I would like for you and your wife, Wendy, to stand to be recognized. They're over there. Another North Star priority of mine and a clear expectation from you all is protecting and investing in our city's infrastructure. This means our roads, bridges, parks, airport, and social infrastructure, the backbone of daily life in Colorado Springs. The data and your feedback are clear. Street and road maintenance must be a top priority, and that's exactly what we're doing. Let's start with the number one piece of feedback that I hear everywhere I go, including today: potholes. And what is the state of the city address without the mayor addressing potholes? You're welcome. So here's the thing, the numbers tell the story of the impact. In 2022, our crews have repaired just over 60,000 potholes. In 2023, that number grew to 85,000 potholes. In 2024, over 94,000 potholes. And this year, we've repaired more than 52,000 potholes, and I recently made a decision to add 12 more members to our crew, to our pothole response team, so that we can respond more quickly and effectively. And we've made it easier. And we've made it easier for you to help. Last month, we rolled out the new and improved GoCOS app, a one-stop shop where you can report potholes and graffiti, broken sidewalks, downed trees, park maintenance issues, and more than 90 other non-emergency concerns. Over 90 issues. Yes, and I still want you to think of the GoCOS app as your pothole app. I need your help. Be your eyes, because your reports do make a difference. But let me be clear, fixing potholes is only a Band-Aid solution. The real solution for safe, smooth roads is repaving. And that is why I am deeply grateful for your overwhelming 73% approval last November to extend 2C Road Improvement Program for another 10 years. The largest road improvement investment in our city's history. Without raising taxes, this initiative will invest $820 million into our roads and extend their lifespan. So thanks to your investment, 2C projects are happening right now in neighborhoods across the city, on Oro Blanco Drive, Flying W Ranch Road, Cheyenne Boulevard, South Shelton Road, and many more. And my hat truly to the public, my hat's off to the public servant on our public works team who deliver on this calling every day. I'd like to highlight one of them. His name is Dwayne Jackson. He is part of a 48-member crew responsible for filling potholes across our 6,400 miles of roadway, the largest in the state of Colorado. The same crew also drives our snowplows, keeping our roads clear and safe in the winter. I had the chance to join Dwayne out on the job, filling potholes, and even driving a snowplow. And believe me, it's a lot harder than it looks. Every time I see Dwayne, he radiates joy for his work. He is a public servant through and through. In his own words, my favorite part of the job is looking out for my team and making sure residents can get where they need to go safely. Dwayne "The Rock" Jackson, you're a rock star. He's over there. Thank you for your service. Dwayne is one of 210 men and women in our operations and maintenance division, working every day to keep your roads safe and reliable. And when unplanned challenges arise, they step up. Take North Cheyenne Canyon. Heavy rains recently washed out a section of the road, cutting off access to one of our city's most cherished outdoor destination. In just 10 days, working in partnership with Colorado Springs Utilities, our crews rebuilt the road and restored access. Their quick action supported canyon residents, kept emergency routes open, and preserved summer adventures. That same spirit of care extends beyond our canyons into our neighborhoods. Through citywide cleanup efforts, we have removed more than 9 million pounds of trash and debris this year alone. And our street sweepers and crews have cleared over 10,000 miles of roads and median. From streets to the skies, we are investing and maintaining the infrastructure that keeps our city moving forward. And at our very own Colorado Springs Airport, we are experiencing a transformation. New direct flights, both domestic and international, are taking off, including our inaugural international route to Cancun, Mexico. To support this milestone, we opened a state-of-the-art flight inspection services center, officially making Colorado Springs an international airport. That's a game changer, and it's only the beginning. We opened a new airport lounge, modernized a concourse, and in the coming year, travelers will even see more restaurants and amenities. Our message to visitors and residents alike is clear. We are elevating what we already have. And that same commitment extends to our social infrastructure. Just last month, we celebrated the grand opening of the new Colorado Springs Senior Center, a 23,000, yes. A 23,000 square foot milestone that reflects our city's deep commitment to our growing senior population. From classrooms to a health clinic to an indoor pickleball court. We love our pickleball. To a warm, welcoming, gathering spaces, this center was designed with care and intention. See, it honors the lifelong contribution of our seniors while creating opportunity for connection, activity, and learning. More than a building, this senior center is a promise that Colorado Springs is and will remain a city for seniors. And let's not forget one of our city's greatest treasures, the gift of our parks and outdoors. With 19,000 acres of parkland and 156 parks and 268 miles of trails, Colorado Springs is a living testament to conservation, recreation, and our deep connection to the land. That is why we remain committed to protecting, maintaining, and investing in this critical part of our infrastructure. This year, we expanded on that promise. We advanced 3 more sections of General Palmer's Legacy Loop, bringing to life his vision for a connected city. We launched construction on Greyhawk Park in the northeastern part of our city, a vibrant new community space where families will gather, children will explore, and memories will be made for generations to come. We also strengthened the future of Garden of Gods Park with new water line systems and vital accessibility upgrades along the Central Garden Trail, ensuring safety, preserving the park, and making sure that every resident and visitor can fully experience the wonder of this natural masterpiece. And as we talked about the Greyhawk Park and where memories will be made, please know that this city and our parks are being run by an incredible group of public servants. One of them is here today, and his name is Steve Schreck. Steve, why don't you stand up? Let's recognize Steve. So Steve is one of the many public servants who help care for our historic parks and our beloved parks, including America the Beautiful, Acacia, Monument Valley, and Steve is a familiar, welcoming face to everyone who visits them. You see, Steve's work goes far beyond fixing playgrounds and hauling trash or helping to run, skate in the park at Acacia during the holidays. But what sets Steve apart is really his care, his respect, and the dignity he brings to everyone who uses his parks, including our homeless neighbors. He knows many of them by names and masterfully balances compassion for people with careful stewardship of our public spaces. I recently connected with Steve, whose story proves that public service is in his DNA. 10 years ago, he left the private sector, joined the forestry department, hired from a pool of 121 candidates. And what I'm most drawn to is his work ethic, his humility, and servant heart. And the bonus is he's actually a Fighting Irish fan. So I see you, Steve. So Steve, thank you, and we appreciate you. Yeah. You see, Steve is part of a 110 dedicated park maintenance team who work every day to keep our parks a place of outdoor refuge, play, and community. So we so appreciate the work. Now, moving to the next section, homelessness and housing. Colorado Springs has become a model for our state and beyond. In terms of our homeless solution, we are also facing new realities as reflected in our most recent point-in-time count. Over the past 10 months, we've been implementing our Homeless Response Action Plan, a holistic framework built around 6 priorities: enforcement, outreach and shelter, prevention and treatment, employment, housing with supportive services, and collaboration and leadership. And here's what action looks like. We expanded the sit-lie ordinance to strengthen downtown safety and improve how we respond to homelessness. We added 2 more officers to our homeless outreach team, enhancing both engagement and enforcement. This year, we've cleared more than 1,100 encampments, many posing serious health and safety hazards. In the process, we've made 120 felony arrests, but more importantly, we've built relationships and connected people to critical services, thanks to our outreach partners like Homeward, Pikes Peak, and Serenity Recovery Connection. And our fire department's homeless outreach program has continued this outreach, providing transportation, housing assistance, vital records, and educational assistance for nearly 3,000 homeless individuals this year. Together with the Downtown Partnership, we have launched the Clean and Safe program, pairing outreach with navigation support from downtown churches and the faith community. We supported access to mental health and substance abuse treatment, partnering with providers like Steps Springs and Colorado Springs Recovery Center, so individuals can take the first steps towards recovery. And we are working urgently to expand emergency winter shelter capacity to ensure that no one is left out in the cold. And we are bringing together nonprofits, philanthropies, and faith partners to align efforts to anticipate needs and strengthen leadership across the system. I'm especially proud of our philanthropic and faith partners who are stepping up at a time when federal funding is shrinking and local nonprofits need greater support. The spirit of generosity and collaboration is what makes Colorado Springs shine brightest in the face of our toughest challenges. And even as we strengthen enforcement, outreach, and services, we're also working to expand housing options across the city, one of the greatest challenges that we are up against as a city. As it relates to housing, our new comprehensive housing needs assessment, along with analysis from the Common Sense Institute, confirm what many of us already know. Our region faces a housing shortfall of nearly 28,000 units. That's a sobering number. The gap is large, but over the past year, we've made meaningful progress. Since I took office, 7,500 single-family homes, condos, and apartments have been permitted and or constructed. And since my last State of the City address, 1,700 affordable housing units have opened or are under construction, or are working to break ground. And friends, these are homes for seniors, for families, for young professionals, and for those transitioning out of homelessness. Projects like Silver Key, Senior Apartments, Wendy's Village, the Launchpad, and Bradley Ridge are more than buildings. They are opportunities for dignity and hope. But government alone cannot solve this challenge. It takes a village to build a village. It takes great partnership with builders, nonprofit leaders, real estate professionals, and community members. It also takes faith leaders who step up to say yes in God's backyard. And we could not do this without you all, and I'm deeply grateful. And here's the thing, housing must be seen as a critical infrastructure for a flourishing city in the same way we think about roads, bridges, parks, powers, and water systems. By investing wisely and working together, we can create a Colorado Springs where seniors age with dignity, young families build their future, and every resident has a place to call home. Economic vitality, beginning with the broader picture, like families and businesses and cities across the country, Colorado Springs is navigating a season of economic uncertainty and headwinds. From high interest rates to rising costs of goods and materials to historically low consumer confidence, the national economy is having a direct impact on our local economy. And I know you feel it. I know many of you feel it in your households and in your businesses. And we feel it too at the city because our city's general fund revenue is directly tied to consumer spending. Now that's the bad news. But here's the good news. Despite the national challenges, the economic foundation of Colorado Springs is actually strong. The evidence is in the data. Since I took office, Pikes Peak Regional Building Department has permitted $4.7 billion in construction valuation, a powerful sign of confidence in this region. Our labor market is holding steady with an unemployment rate of 3.9%, lower than both the state average of 4.2% and the national average of 4.3%. And our tourism economy continues to soar. In 2024, we welcomed a record 25.5 million visitors who spent $3.1 billion, the highest in our city's history. We've seen that spirit in action this year, and no venue has been more instrumental in driving that impact than the Broadmoor. Among the many events hosted here were the U.S. Senior Open, driving 130,000 attendees, generating $24 million in economic impact. The 40th Space Symposium, attracting 10,000 participants from more than 40 countries and delivering $60 million in impact. The U.S. Olympic Paralympic Hall of Fame induction ceremony, honoring legends like Allison Felix, Kerry Walsh Jennings, and Bodie Miller, cementing our identity as Olympic City, USA. And just up I-25, we celebrated another milestone, the opening of Hotel Polaris at the U.S. Air Force Academy. 375 guest bedrooms and 40,000 square feet of meeting space that adds new opportunities for tourism and economic growth. Friends, it is clear Colorado Springs continues to be a world-class destination. And I want to thank our partners at Visit COS, our hoteliers, our attraction, and all our tourism partners who truly help make this possible. But our economic vitality goes beyond tourism. The city has partnered with the Chamber and EDC and the State Office of Economic Development and International Trade, and many chambers across the community. We have secured 16 economic development agreements since I took office, the most in our city's history. These agreements are projected to create 2,700 new jobs, generate $1.1 billion in capital investment, and deliver $69 million in new city revenue. I love the sound of that. But here's what I'm most proud of. I love the sound of that because the more money the city have, the more we can take care of you. But here's what I'm most proud of. that 10 of those agreements are with small businesses, because small businesses aren't just part of our economy, they are the soul of it. And as your small business mayor, I know the power of a city that says, we not only see you, but let us help you. That's why we launched Small Business Walks, connecting nearly 450 small businesses with resources and support. It's why we built Permit Partner, which has already helped more than 5,000 business owners navigate starting or expanding. And it's why the Survive and Thrive loan program has awarded $2.1 million to 94 small businesses since I took office, giving them the capital and mentorship to grow. And turn into one of the most important economic stories for our city is Peak Innovation Park. Earlier this year, I signed a milestone agreement with Travis Deal, the CEO of Colorado Springs Utilities, to deliver 600 megawatts of power and full utility infrastructure to the Airport Business District, a multi-generational investment of $222 million from the city and utilities. You see, this agreement unlocks a lot of opportunity, including 1,400 acres of new shovel-ready land for high-tech manufacturers, defense contractors, and other industries whose job support our military installation and fuel our regional economy. This agreement also secured $1.3 billion in projected capital investment, nearly 1,000 high-paying jobs, and a total economic impact of $3 billion, almost 6% of our region's entire economy. And when it comes to aerospace, space, defense, and cybersecurity, I am proud to report that the future of Colorado Springs remains strong. Yes, the decision to relocate U.S. Space Command to Huntsville was deeply disappointing, but what we're losing is largely symbolic. What matters most is the opportunities that remain here. In fact, just 2 days after that announcement, Mobius, a woman-owned space and missile defense firm, chose to expand in Colorado Springs, bringing 75 high-paying jobs to our city. And the expansion is proof of our strategic importance and growing strength in this sector. And while U.S. Spacecom headquarters may be moving, many of its critical assets remain here in Colorado Springs, including the Missile Warning Center, the National Space Defense Center, the Joint Functional Component Command for Integrated Missile and Defense. We're also home of the U.S. Space Operations Command, also known as SPOC, and of course, NORAD Northcom. You see, no city in America is better positioned to support our nation's space and defense mission, including Golden Dome. And our military impact doesn't stop there. Fort Carson continues to be a vital contributor to both our economy and national defense. As a designated installation of the future, Fort Carson is pioneering military innovations, from autonomous vehicles to smart infrastructure, serving as a living lab for the future of our defense right here at the base of Pikes Peak. And while 60% of Fort Carson soldiers are deployed across the globe, their absence is felt, and we pray for their safety, even as we take great pride in the service and sacrifice. Friends, in the end, while economic uncertainty persists, in Colorado Springs, we're not just weathering the storm, we are building momentum, shaping a future defined by growth, resilience, opportunity, innovation, and business support. And finally, community activation. A flourishing city is a shared responsibility. Together with business leaders, nonprofits, churches, faith organizations, and many partners, we are building a city of great neighbors and neighborhoods, bringing this vision to life every day. Earlier this year, we relaunched the Keep It Clean COS campaign, inviting everyone to take collective ownership of our city's trash cleanup efforts. This initiative is powered by three forces: the dedication of our city department, the unwavering support of our community partners, and the everyday actions of residents like you. And I'm proud to share that more than a dozen organizations coordinate regular cleanups In this past year, hundreds of volunteers have collected over 10 tons of trash from streets, sidewalks, creeks, and parks. Nonprofit partners continue to run weekly, monthly, and yearly cleanups that anyone can join. And speaking of yearly cleanups, there's still opportunities this fall to join Fountain Creek's Watershed Creek Week and 'Cause I Love You's City Serve Days. You can learn more at coloradosprings.gov/keepitclean. Friends, cleaning our city does more than beautify. It builds community. It strengthens connection and even boosts mental health. And speaking of mental health, no partnership has been more impactful than Pikes Peak Horizon, a regional collaboration of over 40 organizations addressing mental health head on. And while the city is not a mental health provider, we recognize the impact and the power of upstream solutions, prevention that builds stronger people, stronger families, and a stronger city. This year, we launched the Pikes Peak Rising Business Collective, equipping small businesses with suicide prevention training, peer support, and access to 988, a 24-hour mental health hotline. We also expanded 988, the lifeline opportunity with the Colorado Springs Police Department, allowing our officers to connect residents directly with licensed practitioners for non-emergency support. And it's already making a difference. But the most profound impact of our mental health efforts came just 2 weeks ago when the El Paso County Coroner's Office released their annual report showing an 18% decrease in death by suicide across all ages, and a 60% decrease among youth. That's incredible. I want to honor the work of our incredible partners, many of them who are leading the way in suicide prevention, from El Paso County Public Health to Changeline to Pikes Peak Suicide Prevention Partnership and Diversus Health, and many more. Thank you to the lives that you have touched and the difference you're making. But let me be clear, the work is not done. Every death by suicide is way too many. But thanks to these partnerships, we are making a real difference. And together, we will continue to push forward. From safer streets to cleaner neighborhoods, we've taken bold steps, and momentum is on our side. Yet every city in America faces hurdles that test its resilience. And it's in confronting those challenges that we reveal our true strength. And as we confront these challenges, from federal cuts and economic uncertainty to keeping our neighborhoods safe, investing in public spaces, expanding housing affordability, and managing the cost of politics, we will keep our eyes on the end zone, digging deep, pressing forward, and finishing strong for Colorado Springs. I just want to highlight our playbook. Through the Pikes Peak Community Foundation, our Spacious Skies report, we will harness our collective voice of the community to respond directly to the priorities that matter. This report is one of our power plays on the path to becoming a true peak city, not only tackling our toughest challenges, but ensuring that we are playing the long game, scoring touchdowns, and leading with vision and purpose. By aligning public, private, philanthropic, and community partners, we can reach our full peak potential through bold, extraordinary solutions no single sector can achieve alone. Some of the standout projects that are driving the Peak City vision are the Center for Public Safety Excellence, a state-of-the-art, scenario-based regional training campus where police, fire, and emergency management teams train side by side to meet the safety needs of a growing region. 2, the North Nevada Corridor Redevelopment, reimagining a vital corridor south of the University of UCCS into a vibrant hub for housing, jobs, mobility, guided by the expertise of the Urban Land Institute. 3, keep it clean and safe, AKA kick-ass. Yes, I just said kick-ass, because I believe this program will kick ass. So we will expand the downtown safety efforts with specialized homeless outreach and business engagement support to places like South Nevada, Fillmore, Uinta Gardens, and other priority areas across our city. 4, Peak Innovation Park. We will continue to pave the way for long-term resilience in our economy, unlocking new business growth and job opportunities for the next 25 years. 5, Colorado Springs Utilities will continue to invest in the long-term growth and resilience of our city, beginning with nearly $4 billion in planned improvements. We're preparing to meet rising demands and adapting to evolving regulations and ensuring essential services remain strong for generations to come. And 6, through the COS Creek Initiative, in partnership with the utilities, Pikes Peak Waterways, and the city, we are reimagining 7 miles of fountain and monument creeks, restoring nature and creating a premier destination of recreation, sparking economic vitality and shaping a sense of place that is uniquely Colorado Springs. And furthermore, we are building a foundation for the next generation, one rooted in health, teamwork, and opportunity through a future multi-sport athletic complex, expansion of childcare facilities across the city, and pursuing a vision of growth that is rooted and balances responsible stewardship of our limited resources with bold, forward-looking possibilities. Friends, as I close, here's the thing. These forward-looking plays they're planting seeds of legacy for a garden that future generations get to enjoy. As the old proverb says, society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit. That is the wisdom of our city's founders, General William Jackson Palmer, Spencer Penrose, Julie Penrose, Winfield Scott Stratton, and many more who made strategic investments to shape Colorado Springs into the vibrant city that we enjoy today. It's our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to plant seeds of safety, infrastructure, public places, spaces, and visionary opportunities that will grow into shade that we may never sit, but future generations get to enjoy. And this mission of legacy is why I said yes to running for mayor in the first place. I remember one of the first conversations I had with my wife, Abby, about running. We were both scared, fully aware of the cost of stepping into the public arena. But Abby said, if it means our family pays the price for this decision so that other households can experience a good quality of life, then it's worth it. I could not do this legacy work without Abby's unwavering support, her wisdom and love. Thank you, babe. And I'm equally grateful for our 3 children, Tumi and Zion. Every hour I spend away, every sacrifice I make, they make too. And just as I am grateful for my family's sacrifice and support, I'm equally grateful for you for stepping up, for showing up, and for my incredible team that serves this city with me. The work of building a legacy is never done in isolation. It takes a dedicated team of public servants. So to my entire 3,000-person team, including my Chief of Staff, Yemi Fabus, my Deputy Chief of Staff, Travis Easton and Ryan Trujillo, our department directors, and every employee on the front lines of service, thank you for being the hands and feet of this operations, and thank you for giving your all to make Colorado Springs stronger for generations to come. Will my city team in person here today please stand up to be recognized? I close, as I did last year, in the words of one of my all-time heroes, President Abraham Lincoln, in 1861, as he previewed his plans to heal a once divided nation. In his second inaugural address, he declared, with malice towards none and with charity for all, let us strive to finish the work we're in. So Colorado Springs, with malice towards none and with charity for all, I invite you to join me in building a legacy, one that is safe, economically prosperous, culturally rich, welcoming, and a vibrant city, a world-class American city on the hill that we proudly call Colorado Springs. And I still believe with all my heart that greater things are yet to come and greater things are still to be done in this city. Thank you, God bless you all, and thank you for coming. Onward and upward.